How do you feel about Runics?
I hate those cards. I think they're so badly designed.
Really?
So badly made.
How? How is that? Like, how are we? Okay. How is Block Dragon okay?
Wait, can we stick to one subject, please? Like,
okay,
you can't just keep
okay, yeah. No whataboutism.
You know, you can't just criticize my my opinion and be like, but you think Block Dragon? Okay, listen. Here's the thing, right? Runics are really bad cards, right? Because they are badly designed. They all are instant fusion. They all have a bonus effect if you want. But the randomly really annoying part of Runic is like the banishing, right?
Okay,
because like you can just completely variance like breaking your opponent's deck because you randomly hit like an engine piece.
I will say, I think in all the tournaments that I've played Runic in, that has never won me a game.
I mean, that's probably
I don't know how much you've actually played with and against Runic, but I don't remember a single time where I won because I banished a crucial card by my opponent.
I've never seen it personally, but it can happen, right?
Well, yeah, okay, but still, you calling it like a toxic thing about the deck when it's never happened to you and you've never seen it happen.
That's not the one thing, clearly. It's a multiplicative issue here, right? It's multiple layers to it. That's just one of them.
Okay, yeah, but like the fact that they are all versatile and the fact that you can finally play spell and trap removal in your main deck, and like you can play monster negation, you can play, basically they're all non-engine cards without you having to like actually draw non-engine. Isn't that phenomenal?
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely one of the positives of it. It's not like the worst deck ever made, for sure. Kashtira is, but as a general
it also
concept,
isn't.
Wait, what's worse than Kashtira?
Kashtira is not the worst deck ever made.
Okay, Arise Heart is the worst card ever made, but what's a worse deck than Kashtira?
Adamantipator.
Really?
Yeah. 1000%. Super Heavy Samurai, Adamantipator, Goki, Spiral, all infinitely worse.
Okay, though. Chat, is it me or is he just naming all of the most base decks in Yu-Gi-Oh?
Oh, come on.
You never play combo decks.
Well, what I do, I played all of those decks. Except for Adamantipator for reasons that we won't get into.
Yeah, what was going on? Were you on holiday?
I was, yeah.
Alright, damn. Tier's combo? Tier is a stun deck. You will not change my mind, and I will not elaborate.
Here's the stun thing.
What were we talking about? Oh yeah, Runics. I mean, like, the thing is, like, Runics are like, so I've played like the Runic Sprite deck that someone came up with. Who was it that made that? I don't know. Anyway,
yeah.
I played that. It was really fun. I genuinely enjoyed it. But here's the thing: the most annoying part of like Runic was just how fucking good they synergize with floodgates. Like, it's as if like they designed the deck to be a floodgate deck, right? And those were always the most annoying versions.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, I do think those versions are cringe, but they are not cringe because of the Runics. I've been dying on that hill for like months, where like everyone is like, "Oh, I hate Runic stun so much. Runics need to go," and I'm like, that is not the conclusion that you should be coming to when you look at Runic stun.
Here's a question for you. I want you to not lie to me and give me your most honest answer.
I have never lied to you.
Is it because you want a YCS with the deck that you feel like you want to defend the archetype?
No.
Do we believe him, chat? Yes or no? I'm waiting for the court of chat to agree. Not one person believes you.
No, they do. They know it's true. I got arguments. I got arguments for day. I never do or say things just because I'm never biased, basically.
Okay, question. Why is there a battle phase restriction on Runic cards? Just
because,
like, imagine you're designing a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Like, why would that be the thing you think to yourself? Like, well, let's remove the battle phase.
I mean, the whole idea of Runics that has just gone terribly wrong, right? Is no matter if that's a good or a bad thing, the way they wanted Runics to be used was it was supposed to be a deck out deck, right?
What a fun alternative strategy. I can't think of a more interesting mechanic to win Yu-Gi-Oh!
Have you ever played? Okay, no, but seriously, have you ever played deck out Runic, not stun Runic?
I mean, don't you need to stun your opponent in order to deck them out?
No, you don't.
Well, how do you survive if you don't stun them?
Bro, Runics!
You have to do a little bit of stunning.
No.
How
Bro,
do you live
we played.
then?
Okay. When Runick got announced, I went on the Deutsche Bahn app and I played Runick as it was intended to be played, right? I played Runicks with like, it was all the Runick cards, Fountain, and then we played freaking Cyber Valley to get our extra monster zone clear and like draw 2 cards and be able to play more Runicks. And all we did was deck out people and like defend ourselves with like Flashing Fire, Freezing Curses, Slumber, and so on and so forth. And like summoning Gary all over in the opponent's battle phase. And that deck was so freaking fun for us. For me.
Yeah, exactly. For being on the opposite side of the table is never good, right? But every Yu-Gi-Oh deck is amazing when you're doing it. Like I love Adamancipator. It's amazing. It's great. I love doing that. Even Floodgates, dude. Summoning a Mano Awato and breaking your opponent's board and then setting a Tikaboo. Good 10 out of 10. Would recommend. Best experience ever. But you know, objectively, that's not a good strategy.
I mean, I don't think it's... I think it only becomes unfun to play against when there's literal cards there that say you can't play the game. Because
also, that strategy of the deck you're mentioning, like, that's just hard loses to a single copy of like Cosmic Cycle.
Yeah, it wasn't good. I'm not saying it was good. I'm just saying Runick, as it was intended, was actually fun. And it wasn't even... I think it also wasn't that unfun to play against. Because like,
How was that fun? How was that fun?
Because you're not... It doesn't stop you from playing. That's what matters the most.
Playing if your opponent is just like decking and banishing your whole deck like over the course of like 7 turns.
Because you're still doing your stuff, right? It's not like they're flipping one card and you can't play the game anymore. It's kind of like playing against Sky Striker.
Okay, listen, Skrelp is right here. If your deck's end board is 1 Day of Peace, it's a bad deck. It's not okay.
It wasn't good, but it was fun.
Oh.
Bro, you're really gonna be like, your opponent summons a Runick Fusion, then normal summon Cyber Valley, you draw 2 cards, and you're like, that's the worst day of my life. But then your opponent...
This is the worst trade deal in all trade deals.
And then your opponent goes, Adamancipator full combo you, and you're like, yep, that's Yu-Gi-Oh. That's my Yu-Gi-Oh. That's what I need.
Oh, say this guy's name again.
Straßenverkehrsordnung.
Anyone got some Calpol for Josh?
Some what?
Nothing.
Okay.
Didn't you lose because they banished your one Donphan rookie? Yeah, there you go. Fact checked.
Yeah, but that was against Cash Tira.
Oh, what? Wait, what do you mean? What's the difference? Cash Tira like does the stuff that Runick does with the random like banish stuff.
No, it was face down.
Often.
It was face down.
Yeah, but wait, what's the difference if it's face up or face down?
Nothing. But it's different. It's very different.
No, it's like, why are you question mark? What do you mean very different? It's it's the same thing. Like you can lose to your opponent just randomly sacking the top few cards of your deck into like important pieces. That can just happen. And that it's going to happen more often against Runick than Kashtira because Kashtira doesn't do that consistently enough.
Wait, Kashtira banishes more usually on the first turn.
What? Not anymore, right?
I mean, the Rice Heart, it does still banish 3. And like Runick's rarely banishes more than 1 on the first turn.
I mean, okay, sure. Wow, this Dragon deck one, let's go.
We paid so much attention to that. That's crazy.
Is this your favorite deck of all time now?
Runick's? No.
Is it still Frog?
Probably, yeah. I mean, I like a lot of decks because I've been playing for a long time. But like the Runick deck, I like it a lot, but I don't think it's like perfect by any means. I don't disagree with some of the stuff you're saying.